Happy Mounjaro Monday! Yay! Thanks. If this is your first time here, my name is Gina, and I have been taking Mounjaro. This is my 20th week. I took my first shot on January 10th of 2024. And every Monday, I go live giving myself my Mounjaro shot. However, I am going to tell you today, I had a hysterectomy 2 weeks ago. Well, no, this is 2.5 weeks ago. And I couldn't take Mounjaro right before my hysterectomy. They had me skip a week taking my shot. And I postponed a little bit taking my shot until I did my surgery on a Friday, and the following week on Thursday is when I took my shot. And I normally do it on Mondays, and so that first week I did it on Thursday. Last week I took it on Wednesday, so just after 6 days. This week I'm going to actually take it tomorrow on Tuesday, and then next Monday I'll finally be back on every single Monday taking my shot. I love when you ask questions, so feel free to type right now because we are live right now. Let me know if you can hear me, and maybe where you're watching from. That'd be kind of fun to see. And also to anybody out there who has family members that were veterans that have passed away, today is Memorial Day. And all veterans and Memorial Day is the day that we recognize our veterans who passed away and gave the ultimate sacrifice. So anyway, I have some family members. My Grandpa Lou was in the military, and I always think about him on Memorial Day, even though he didn't die in a war. He fought in war, but he didn't die in a war. But anyway, and to all my veterans out there, I know it's not Veterans Day, but we really appreciate you. Okay, and that being said, next up, someone asked me last week, what do you like to eat for breakfast, Gina, while you're taking Mounjaro? And I love it when you guys ask me questions because it gives me a new topic each week of something to present to you. So today I'm going to share a lot of great, healthy, delicious breakfast ideas that have some protein in them, and most of these have fiber, or if it doesn't have fiber, you'll eat something else with it. So you want to have a nice breakfast where you have a little bit of fiber and you have some protein, because that is really important. It makes a huge difference in how the rest of your day is going to be based on what was the first things you ate for the day. And I can tell you, I have my friends over about every couple of weeks for coffee. And I always tell them when they come that I'll put on a pot of coffee and I'll clean up my house for you to come over. But if you want something to eat, you can bring it. And I always tell them, though, they don't have to bring anything. And if nobody brings anything, I always have toast, and I can make them some toast or something. But they always bring stuff. And I never assign it to anybody. So that way they don't have to feel like they have to bring something. But if they have, if they wake up and they feel like making cinnamon rolls or something, they can, and they can bring it to share. And as much as I love my friends, I did it today, and we had cinnamon rolls and homemade banana bread. Oh my gosh, so delicious. Though very carby. And when I have just carbs for breakfast with some coffee, and if it's too heavy in carbs for breakfast, then I'm hungrier the rest of the day. It kind of throws my day off a little bit. So that's why I only do this every couple of weeks. But on my normal days, I make sure I start my day with some protein and with some fiber. And when I do that, oh my gosh, it's awesome. I have a great day. The rest of the day, it really works well, that I don't get extra hungry, and it fuels me. And you know what? My husband, he's not taking Mounjaro or Zepbound or any medications, but he is also trying to lose some weight. just doing regular stuff. And it's the same thing for him. And so when he eats a breakfast that has protein and also has some fiber with it, he does great. He does so much better too. And so I'm going to give you some ideas that I have, and please, you can ask me questions about breakfast ideas or about absolutely anything. And if I know the answer, I will totally give it to you. And I'm going to share those in just a minute. And it's so neat that I've got some people on already. I've got JP and Taz, the Bulldog's mom. Yay! And Linda's Journeys watching from Virginia. Awesome. And I got Elizabeth. So anyway, I'm so excited. I'm going to be reading your questions here, and Donna's here too in the house. Woohoo! So please, any questions you have, just type away, and I'll be answering those in a few minutes as soon as I'm done sharing all my favorite breakfast stuff. So one thing that I have breakfast sometimes that's like so easy. Sometimes I even will have it for lunch or for a snack. I'll take cottage cheese, and with the cottage cheese, I'll put a little fruit in it. So like if I were to have, let's see, where did I put my glasses? Cottage cheese changes, some of them are higher in fat and some are lower in fat, but you know what? You can do a high fat cheese. I just saw a YouTube video earlier today that a doctor was posting on there, and he was saying that Mounjaro and Zepbound, they have the GLP-1 and the GIP, and those are two hormones that help you feel fuller longer, and that also help take away food noise. But he said there's different foods that do that too, because we all have these hormones naturally, but some of us don't have as many as we should. And so this medication has just been a lifesaver for us. But we still have like a little bit in our body naturally, and it's activated. He said when you eat protein, that helps activate to make you feel fuller and fuller longer. Will activate those hormones, and so does fat, and so does fiber. And so his three big pushes were, if you don't want to take the medication, we'll be sure to have plenty of protein, have some fat, and have some fiber. And those three things can make you feel fuller longer. And I was thinking, wow. And when you're on Mounjaro or Zepbound, we always say, eat plenty of protein, it's good to have, for women, 70 to 100 grams of protein in a day. You guys, I'm not exactly sure. Ask your doctor to be sure, and always ask your doctor, because I am not a medical professional. I'm just your sister from another mister that's sharing her journey and what works for me, because it may work for you too. But for me, my doctor's okay with 70 to, hitting around 70 to 100 grams of protein in a day. And I do so much better. So I always want to start my day and start it even with some protein. But it does help your normal hormones when you're eating protein, fat, and fiber will make you feel fuller longer. And so with cottage cheese, you could get the low fat or no fat cottage cheese, or this one is 4% milk fat and is very delicious. And this one, if I have just a half a cup, it has 12 grams of protein in it, and just a little half cup of cottage cheese, and it's delicious. And this is one of the higher fat cottage cheese, and still just has 120 calories for a half cup. And then I'll pair it with either diced peaches or pineapple tidbits, and I always do it where it's in real juice. And one of these little half cup things here only has 60 calories, so it's not that bad calorie wise, but boy, some pineapple and cottage cheese, delicious. So this is one of the things that I like to have. Eggs are always good. The incredible edible egg. Do you remember those commercials back in the day? There's so many things you can do with eggs, and eggs are really good for you. You can do scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, I don't know, eggs over easy, all kinds of things that you can do, poached eggs. And if you want something really fast, I get these at Costco, and Costco does not give me any money, by the way, to share Costco finds. I just love Costco, and I shop there all the time because it's really inexpensive and kind of fun place to shop. But these veggies made great, spinach, egg white frittatas. They're frozen. You stick them in the microwave for like a minute. Delicious, only 70 calories. And they have 5 grams of protein for each one, and 1 gram of fiber, so it's got like a little bit of fiber with it. Sometimes I'll have this too, and I can do combos. When I'm having some cottage cheese and this tidbits, if I just do a half cup, that's 120 plus a 6, that's 180 calories. I can throw on one of these too, and also have an egg if I want to, and just fast and easy. Oh my goodness. Wow, Jeff. Wow.
This is what you ordered?
Wow. Where did you? I've not seen you wear this. It's, oh my goodness. It's like a little tuxedo. Wow. This is a nice surprise. Wow, so handsome.
This is what you ordered?
Oh, Jeff was the first one to make this for me. Sometimes I think people call them a bird's nest, but look how cute this is. You can make eggs where you get 1 piece of bread, and then you use a cookie cutter and cut out the center. And so here he did a star, and then grilled it. And you butter the bread just a little bit on each side, and you even butter this on each side, and then put it in a frying pan on medium. And it just takes a couple of minutes, but wow, look how stinking cute. Kids would love this too. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm an adult and I love it. And it doesn't have to be high in calorie. The bread we used for this was Dave's Killer Good Seed bread. Dun da da da. Only 70 calories a slice, not bad. And it's full of fiber too. There's
something.
3 grams of fiber in a 70 calorie slice. So not too bad. And you get some good seeds in that. And handsome guy. Wait, before you go, what's one of your favorite breakfasts, Jeff?
Now, I'm not diabetic, but what I usually have for breakfast is the Thomas English muffins, and they're only 100 calories. You cut them, you have a whole muffin, so you have 2 halves. That's 100 calories, which is very nice, and it has good fiber in it. I can't remember how much fiber it has.
Oh, JP! Thank you so much. Wait a second, JP gave me a Memorial Day super chat, $9.99. Woohoo! Oh, thank you so much, JP. You always make my day. Oh my gosh.
I think it says 8 grams of fiber.
Yeah, 8 grams of fiber. Now, not all Thomas English muffins are this low in calorie or have this much fiber. Only this particular one of Thomas English muffins.
You'll see it says,
what does it say on there?
100 calorie.
Yeah.
Thomas, it's the light multigrain.
Light multigrain, and it's so good. I give JP a heart. Yay. Just always makes my day. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You'd be surprised at how warm this is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. You look so stinking cute. You know what? I'm going to want to have someone take our picture in that. Yeah. Though I'm just wearing a t-shirt. But man, I'm going to have to take your picture at some point. Okay. Maybe you could take it off and then put it back on for me later. Okay. That is just, that is crazy cute. And Jeff's a big fan of peanut butter. Peanut butter keeps him going.
Yep. I can eat it every day.
Yep.
But it satisfies me so that I don't...
it has protein in it too.
It lasts.
And I think there's protein in this as well. There's 4 grams of protein in these multi-grain bets. So you've got protein and 8 grams of fiber, and they're really delicious and only 100 calories. And Jeff likes to put peanut butter on his. It's his favorite thing to put on there. So he's adding a little bit more protein even still. Wow, you just look so cute. I don't know if I want you to leave. We'll just have to play later. Okay. Thanks, sweetie. But yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
That is something. You haven't put that thing on for a long time.
No.
Wow. making me hot. Oops, sorry. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I love this cereal. Now there is a Fiber One cereal that sticks and twigs, and it has like a crazy amount of fiber in it, but I can't stand it. I think it tastes terrible. We have it in our house though. Jeff loves it. But this one, Fiber One, where it's the honey nut clusters and the flakes, it is so, so good. It is just as delicious as it is nutritious. And it has, let's see, do you get a full cup for the 170 calories? It might be three quarters of a cup. But 170 calories in a serving gives you, oh, thank goodness. That was like, I think that was in Spanish or French or something. Let's try the English side. Ah, that's so much better. Okay. 1 cup of it, a full cup, has 170 calories, has 10 grams of fiber, both soluble fiber and insoluble fiber, and 4 grams of protein. And it is so good. And I tell you what, I use Fairlife milk with it. And Fairlife milk is milk from a cow, but it's ultra filtered. And because they do ultra filtration on it, it's higher in protein and it has less carbs. And I started doing this as soon as I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And this is better for me than regular milk. And it's milk from a cow and it's super tasty. And this one is 2%, but I tell you what, it tastes like whole milk. It's so thick and yummy. And then they also have their skim version tastes like 2% because it's ultra filtered. So they take some of the sugar out, but then that makes a higher concentration of protein. So 1 cup of this has 120 calories and 13 grams of protein. That's huge. 13 grams of protein in a cup of milk. So I can put these two together, and then this is going to be high fiber and high protein as a breakfast. And sometimes I'll like slice up, I can't ever do a full banana, but I'll do like a half a banana, or maybe I'll sprinkle in some berries, just like the pretty picture. I'll sprinkle some berries in there. Another thing that's really good of a cereal, I really like Catalina Crunch too. And again, all these cereals and things I'm showing you, they're just things I buy at the store. I don't get any promotion. I don't get any kickbacks or anything from these. But this Catalina Crunch, super good. This is the big version. The big version of it I get at Costco, but Costco only sells it right after Christmas, and they'll sell it for a few months and then it disappears. They kind of do it as a seasonal thing when people are trying to lose weight, I suppose, because they do say it's, it's keto friendly, but it is really good cereal. And it's really good for those of us who do have type 2 diabetes because it's low in carbs and it's high in protein and high in fiber. So a half cup of this has 110 calories. It has 9 grams of fiber and 11 grams of protein. And you throw some Fairlife milk on there and you've got a high protein, delicious meal. And sometimes I'll put a little sliced banana in it or sprinkle some berries in there too. Really good. And it comes in a lot of flavors. This is the size it is when you get it at your regular grocery store. It's a little smaller. It also comes in honey graham and fruity cereal. There's some chocolate versions, but I'm not a fan of chocolate unless it has real sugar in it. So there's no protein drinks that are chocolate that I like. It just seems like it's too bitter. They never can get the sweetness exactly right. But there is some chocolatey versions, but I don't like those. But I love the fruity ones fine. I like the honey graham one even more. And I absolutely love the cinnamon. This one's kind of like cinnamon sugar toast. Super good. Okay. And I love all you guys, and I love when you guys give me suggestions because I take your suggestions. And one suggestion that one of the viewers gave me is built protein bars. Oh my gosh. These are so good. You get this box of it at Costco. There's the chocolate and the coconut. Jeff eats the chocolate ones. I eat the coconut ones. The coconut ones are my favorite. Really good, and it's very fluffy. It's like almost like eating a marshmallow that's like a marshmallow candy with chocolate on the outside, and they use just real chocolate on the outside, so it's really, really nice that way. And with the coconut flavor, I love these. And these have 140 calories, 17 grams of protein, no fiber in it though. So you'd still maybe want to eat an apple or something, or, and have a little bit of fiber with it, but still super good. It makes a great snack, and you can have it with a cup of coffee in the morning, or any protein bar with a cup of coffee. Let's see, what else do I have for you guys? I love this yogurt. I can't pronounce it. Oikos? I don't know. OIKOS 000. And it has 15 grams of protein in it. And I believe part of the triple is 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. And only 90 calories and 15 grams of protein. And what I like to do with this, and it's super creamy because it's a Greek yogurt anyway, so it's extra thick and creamy, that I'll stir it really good in a bowl. I'll take it out of this and I'll stir it really good in a bowl. And then I like to get berries, now that berries are in season, and I'll do an entire side of raspberries. So about a cup of raspberries or a cup of blackberries, or maybe some sliced strawberries in it. And oh my gosh, and then I've got my fiber up, as well as great protein and fast. If you guys want something fast to eat on your way to work, oh my gosh, super quick. All of these are really fast. Protein powders. You can make yourself a protein smoothie, and there's all kinds of smoothies on the market. I like this one that I get from Epicure. It's made with chickpeas, and it also has a probiotic in it and digestive enzymes. And I think it has probiotic. I know it has digestive enzymes, and it's chickpea blend. I don't like the chocolate. I don't like the chocolate in anything that's not full sugar. But the salted caramel is delicious, and so is the vanilla. And I'll throw frozen berries in it with it too, or frozen banana or something. Super good. Also high protein. And when you throw a little frozen fruit, you can even put frozen spinach in smoothies. And the spinach doesn't really add a lot of flavor to it. Or you can put fresh spinach in. Sometimes I don't eat my spinach fast enough, and someone told me, just stick your bag of spinach in the freezer, and then you can pull a handful of it frozen. And so sometimes I do that. Another thing that a couple of different viewers had told me about, Smooth Move tea. And this one is really good. The senna peppermint. It has the black licorice flavor in there as well. Where does it say it? I don't know. But it has some senna in there. This, you wouldn't want to take this if you get the side effect of having diarrhea with your Mounjaro or Zepbound. You wouldn't want to use this. But if you get constipation like I do, this is something that you could have in the evening before you go to bed, or you could have it in the morning instead of coffee if you wanted to. Okay. I think that's all my stuff. And then, of course, I talk about this all the time because I do this daily and I love it. Also a Costco find, the Juice Super Greens. And all right, those are my breakfast ideas. Now I'm going to read your comments and see if you have any comments and any questions, and I'll answer those for you right now. Let's see. So Taz's mom says, happy Monday, beautiful people. And JP says, hiya, Gina. Happy Memorial Day. And Donna says, hi, everyone. Hi, Gina. Nice to see you looking so well. Hello from Massachusetts. Another place I'd love to visit. Now, I don't think I've ever been to Massachusetts. And JP says, I can hear and see you. I'm in Washington State near Portland, Oregon. Oh my gosh, I love Oregon. I have only been there once, but the ocean is so incredibly beautiful with the big rocks that just jet up. out of the ocean. And it's just, and the green, so green, beautiful. You live in a beautiful, beautiful place. I'll be visiting you again up in that area at some point here. And Taz's mom says, we can hear you, Fort Mojave, Arizona. Woo woo. And Linda's journey, I'm watching from Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Virginia too in the fall. You have those gorgeous fall leaves. And Elizabeth says, I can hear you and am glad to see you. Happy Memorial Day. Thanks, Elizabeth. And Linda's journey says, I enjoy you and your husband. Oh, thanks so much. That means a lot to me. And Taz's mom says, cottage cheese pancakes are amazing. That would be a great idea. Because again, you're taking something that's a little bit more carby and then throwing some protein in there. And there's a lot of weird recipes that you could do with cottage cheese. That's awesome. I'd made one once that was a TikTok sensation where you use cottage cheese and a little maple syrup and chocolate chips, maybe something else, and you kind of blend it all together, and it tastes like raw chocolate chip cookie dough. There's just so many cool things you can do with cottage cheese, but I never thought about putting them in pancakes. That's a great idea. And Taz's mom says, I substitute the sugar for monk fruit. Oh yeah, that monk fruit stuff's really good. And use almond flour and protein powder. Oh, so you're making pancakes from scratch. And that would be good. Because that is just a very high protein. That's a very high protein pancake. Awesome. And then Taz's mom laughed when Jeff came in and says, you two are too darn cute. And then JP gave me a super chat. Thanks so much, JP. And the happy Memorial Day. And Donna said, Mr. Jeff looking very handsome tonight. What is the occasion? He just wanted to surprise us. So we're always on our toes and we never know what he's going to look like when he comes through that door. But man, I have not seen him wear that in years. He might have bought it. He used to teach kindergarten and third grade, and he would do plays and he would dress up, and they always had great costumes and things. They were really crazy creative. And I think he wore that in a play, and he's not taught school in a long time because he's been doing the webmaster thing for the school district now. And Elizabeth, she's going to share a breakfast thing too. For breakfast, I start off the day with a Fairlife chocolate protein drink. It is filling enough till lunch. 30 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. And only 170 calories. That's awesome. And they do have a protein drink that doesn't have to be refrigerated. That's a lot like my Alani protein drink. And I'll put this in my coffee, and I'll use it instead of coffee creamer, but I don't do like a tablespoon. I'll do like a significant amount, like a third of a cup of my coffee cup will be this, and then 2/3 is coffee, and really good. And it gets some protein, in me with some of the creaminess. And Fairlife has a chocolate milk that's like this, that has to be refrigerated. It is so good. It is so good. But they use real sugar, I'm sure. And but it's crazy delicious. And I think it only has 140 calories for a cup. And if you heat it in the microwave, it is the world's greatest hot chocolate. And it's higher in protein. It's still really high in protein. And I bet the 30 gram, have you ever tried that, Elizabeth? Have you ever taken the Fairlife that comes like this, that doesn't have to be refrigerated, with the 30 grams of protein? Have you ever heated it in a cup and tried it as hot chocolate? If you have, let us know if that's good, because I'm telling you, the regular Fairlife chocolate milk is the most amazing hot chocolate ever. Okay, Anchor Moments RV, that's Jeff, because he's writing from our other channel. I was aiming for fancy restaurant waiter. Happy to bring in the egg and a nest breakfast for Gina. Aw, that really was a great surprise. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. And let's see what else we got here. Donna says, built puffs are so good and lots of protein. Yes. And there really are. Some of the protein bars are kind of, all right, but not great. These, great. They're just as delicious as can be. And Sandra says, what is your favorite protein treat? My favorite protein treat. If it's a protein bar, it would be the Built bar as a protein treat. I love Fairlife chocolate milk, heated up as hot chocolate. That is a crazy good protein treat. What else do I have as protein as a treat? You know, another protein treat that I like mozzarella sticks. I had one today, only 80 calories, and it has protein in it too. And it's just a nice little snack, you know, and it makes a nice little treat as well. And Elizabeth says, Gina, I lied. Has only 150 calories. Holy Toledo. And 30 grams of protein. That's crazy. You know, I'm going to have to try Fairlife protein drink at some point. I did a long time ago, and I didn't know if I cared for it, but I'll have to try it again. Oh, Jeff's got more things. Oh, he's back in his cute suit. Oh, there it is. This one here is just the best hot chocolate ever, or cold chocolate. 140 calories in a cup, 4.5 grams of fat, only 13 carbs. 12 out of those 13, 6 includes 6 grams of added sugar. So it's real sugar. So that's why it just tastes so good. I can handle chocolate protein things when it's real sugar. And this one is, and 13 grams of protein. And I'm telling you, it's so good. Your kids would love this. Crazy delicious.
And I like this.
Oh yeah, the Equate Nutritional Shake Diabetic Care.
It's kind of like the Fairlife version.
Oh, there you go. And it doesn't have to be refrigerated, but you can stick it in the refrigerator to make it nice and cold if you like.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you can. You know what? Looking like that, you can interrupt me anytime. Wait. You gotta have a kiss before you leave. That's just too stinking cute. All right. Oh my God. I can't believe it fits. He looks great. Either. I know, that's amazing. Seriously. He probably wore that 20 years ago. Oh my gosh. And Mindy says, the next time you're at Costco, look for red egg witches. Oh, I haven't tried those yet. They're 2 egg patties with turkey sausage and cheese in the middle. 190 calories and 17 grams of protein. Wow, you guys, that would be great for breakfast. That would really set you off for a good base for a great day. And Taz's mom says, I use low-carb flour with eggs and homemade chicken sausage. Ooh, yum. And Sandra Green says, what flavor? What flavor of chicken sausage, Sandra? You can type that and then we'll find out if or Tessa's mom, oh wait, no, she does homemade chicken sausage. Oh my gosh, she makes it herself from scratch. How cool is that? And Mindy says, oops, I meant Red's brand. And JP says, Gina, how is your glucose been doing with off Mounjaro for surgery and then recouping? Wondering if about the same or higher or lower. You know, JP, my Freestyle Libre sensor sometimes goes off in the middle of the night, and I was so worried about having not enough sleep when trying to sleep with my stitches, and I have to sleep on my back now instead of my side for a while. I didn't wear my Freestyle Libre probably the first 5 or 6 days after the surgery. And then I put my Libre on, I think, when I took my shot. So I don't have that data for you. If I did, I promise you I would share it. But I don't have that data because I didn't want the alarms to go off in the middle of the night because it scares the heck out of me. And I was already, a little unnerved because I had surgery and I wanted to be sure I got good rest. So I didn't check my sugar for a few days. Probably not the best. It probably would have been better if I had put it on, but I don't know. I like that there's alarms on there because I do have a friend who is in his 40s who who had diabetes, and he came home from work and took a nap and then died in his sleep because he had a sugar low, and he wasn't wearing a sensor, so there was no alarm or anything that went off. And he was a healthy looking guy. I mean, normally he was just fine, but his diabetes killed him with his low. So I understand that it is important. It's really wonderful that I have an alarm that I can wear on my arm, and if I go too low or too high, the alarm will go off, and it'll wake me up out of sleep. It'll wake Jeff up out of the sleep to make sure that, because he would have lived if his alarm would have gone off. They could have given him a little orange juice or something, and he'd still be here today. And so diabetes really is a very serious, even though so many people have it, you think, oh, well, everybody's got diabetes, so it must be not that big of a deal. But it really can be a big deal. That's why we've got to be in control of it. And it's good to have the alarm, wear alarm on your sensor. But I get false alarms with that puppy sometimes. And those false alarms, I couldn't handle for a few days. I wanted my sleep more than anything, but I probably should have worn it, but I didn't. Sandra says, what flavor protein bar? Okay, for me, where is it? Built comes in a lot of flavors, but if you get it at Costco where it's a little bit cheaper, it's coconut puff. So it's coconut flavored, and it has chocolate on the outside. And then it also has a chocolate one too. I don't know, chocolate brownie. I don't like that one as much, but you remember I'm very sensitive with chocolate if it doesn't have enough sugar. And so Jeff eats those, and he lets me have the coconut ones because I'm just nuts for the coconut ones. But there's a bunch of other flavors too. So you can get it at a regular grocery store, and you can buy them individually, as well as getting a box of them. But these are really good. Another one that's good is Fit Crunch. I don't know what Jeff's dressed like now. He's probably in the other room trying to cool off. But Fit Crunch, you can get that at Costco as well, and probably at regular grocery stores. And that one also is really good. And I like that one. But some of them I can't stand. I remember I did the carbohydrate addicts diet. It was really funny. I don't know if any of you guys did that one, but you could only eat one meal a day. For 1 hour, you could eat whatever you wanted, but any other time that you would eat during the day, you had to have less than 4 grams of carbs. And it was the craziest diet. I did it with my mom, and my mom was in Illinois, and I was here in Arizona. And we used to call the 1 hour that you can eat whatever you want, we used to call it the pig meal because we would eat like pigs for an hour. And it was generally about the only meal I could have a day. I couldn't have lunch because if you accidentally had 5 carbs, and maybe there were some carbs in your salad dressing, your body, normally what it does is when you start to eat some food that has carbs in it, it'll send half as much insulin as the last meal you had with carbs. Well, if you had a pig meal and remember when I did the pig meal thing with my mom when we did the carb? It was crazy. That's when the kids were still at home, when they were little. Oh my gosh. If I'd eat that fifth carb, I'd want to eat my children, or it was just be like so incredibly starving. So the only thing I could eat was Atkins bars that had 2 grams of protein. And they were so awful tasting, but I used to call them my choke-'em bars because I had to choke them down with a cup of coffee. And they had 8 different flavors. And eventually I couldn't choke them down anymore. So I was down to like 1 bar left. And when I couldn't choke down that flavor anymore, then I gained all my weight back. But these are really good. Fit Crunch.
Mentioned them.
Yes. And I'm so glad you put your suit back on.
It was off and I had to put it back on.
That's what I figured. That's why I didn't call you, because I thought, the poor guys. Hey, that's a fast costume change too. Oh my gosh. We both used to do theater years ago. Oh.
So these are really good.
Yeah. And that's the mint chip one. Oh my gosh. Really, really good. And you can get this one at Costco as well as this one. Very good.
And how much
Let's do the calories and protein. So the one in the yellow box has 190 calories, 14 carbs,
Should we turn the lights
1
on?
fiber. Oh, yeah, it's getting dark, isn't it? Go ahead and turn the light on. And 16 grams of protein. So not too bad. Because it's a little bit higher in the carbs, is probably why I like it so much. So it's still pretty tasty. And
this is 15 grams of protein, it looks like.
Let's see. 16. No, that's a 6.
Okay.
16 grams of protein and 190 calories, 16 carbs, but that's why it tastes good. And 8 grams of fiber. Just 1 gram. So they're not very high in fiber, but very high in deliciousness, and great with a cup of coffee.
Open the lid.
And that would be great as a treat, as well as something you could do with breakfast, and you could throw it in your purse or your briefcase and take it to work and have a little coffee break and have some protein.
Anything else you need?
You're just so cute.
Okay, here's your kids.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see. Taz's mom says, you always make me more motivated to get in the groove. All right, that's what I'm hoping to do. And JP says, it's all good. That sensor can add extra stress when you don't need it. Yeah, I just, low is not usually where I go. Usually I'm high. Usually my blood sugar is high. I don't think I've ever truly had a low. And so, yeah, I was willing to take the risk for a week just to be sure I was getting enough sleep from my surgery. And Sandra says, thanks, Jeff. I feel well served. Aww, thanks for bringing the bars. Yep, those are all of our favorites. And we've had plenty of dog ones that are not very tasty at all. But these truly are very, very good. And like I say, I don't sponsor any of them. They don't, or anything, but these are my finds. These are the things that I really like. And I really like all of you. I just really want to say that you guys are great. You brighten my Mondays and make Mondays so much fun. And I'm so glad I get to share them with you. So I want to thank everybody who's been a subscriber. And if this is your first time watching, I have a bunch of playlists. There's a playlist of all the Mounjaro Monday lives. There's a playlist if anyone's going through menopause. A lot of things about menopause because women don't talk about it. And I'm going to be the first woman that says, I don't care. I'm talking about it because we need to know our stuff. So I have a menopause playlist. And if you know anyone who's going to have a hysterectomy or just recently had one, I have a hysterectomy playlist too of things to expect and what my experiences were going through it. And I'm doing okay. I had a scare this last week. I'm not done healing. And I found that out by going to bed, and I crawled into bed the way I normally do, where I kind of go tummy first into bed, and I rolled over, and just doing that made my belly button stitches open up a little bit. And so I shared about that as being a big mistake that I did. And the big mistake is you think your little stitches are okay and they're no big whoop, and you're feeling better and you're not needing pain meds anymore. But inside there's a lot of trauma and there's a lot of stitches and stuff inside the body that you can't see. And I really do have to take it easy. And so it was a big fat reminder this week that I'm not done healing, even though I'm feeling like I'm getting my energy back. So anyway, I have stuff about surviving hysterectomies too. And then there's a lot of fun stuff. I've had this channel for 4 years. JP had mentioned that he could tell that I've lost some weight because he saw some of the old videos. And oh yeah, I started this channel 4 years ago, and Jeff was also we were both very overweight 4 years ago before we did the 4-4-4 plan when in October of 2020 when we started that. And we have some videos there too where we dropped a bunch of weight and then we started gaining some weight back, but we never both gained back all of our weight. So if you really want to see us in full like this. We've got plenty of videos and a lot of fun ones too. At Christmas time, we've got karaoke, Christmas Carol karaoke kind of stuff, and all kinds of fun things on there. And and people have shared with me the miracle moments in their life that have anchored their faith, and that's what started Anchor Moments when I wrote my Anchor Moments book, which I don't have next to me that I could show you, but Anchor Moments, Hope, Healing, and Forgiveness. And that I do sell on Amazon as a Kindle ebook as well as a paperback. And we do have merch. And we have Atomic Habits book club, and we are back in full swing. We did chapter 6 yesterday, and next Sunday we're doing it every Sunday, 1:00 Arizona time, which right now is 1:00, I think Pacific time. I think is that what you're doing, JP? In Washington, is that called Pacific time because you're by the ocean? I don't know. But California time at 1:00, 3:00 Central, 4:00 Eastern, and 9:00 for all my friends in the UK, so they could be part of the Atomic Habits. And I tell you what, every chapter is like crazy good, and there's a playlist. So if you're like, oh no, but I'd have to get caught up, you can just go to the playlist and watch. And we really go through it in great detail. You probably wouldn't even have to read the book. You could just watch the videos, and there's so much wisdom in there that can make a huge life-changing difference. And so we'll be doing that every week too. All right, let's see if anyone else has any questions, and then I'm going to let you guys go for the evening because I know it's getting late on the East Coast. Let's see. Oh, the wafer cookie one. Okay, wait. So I do need to go up. Tazabo Dog's mom says 30 grams of protein. Sorry, 20 grams. These taste like the old wafer cookies. Oh, I've tried the one that tastes like the old wafer cookies. Do you say which flavor? What it's called? I don't see you saying what it's called, but there is another brand that's not too bad either, that they look like sugar wafers, and then and they come in like strawberry and lemon and vanilla. I don't like any of the chocolate ones because that's me. I don't, it's too bitter, but all the flavors that don't have chocolate in it, that's that particular one, is really good. I can't remember what it's called. I think it has protein in the name. I'm not sure. I'll try to have it for you next week. And let's see. Sandra says, thanks for being so open about your journey. You're welcome, Sandra. We all need a big sister who will tell you stuff and tell you like it is. And so I'm hoping I can be that for you. And Taz's mom says, we're the lucky ones that you're so open and willing to share with all of us. Oh, thanks. And Donna says, Jeff is really a good sport. You two are a great couple. Oh, thanks. And JP says, yes, it's Pacific time, and we're the same as you right now. Awesome. Hey, hi, Anna. And Anna's saying hi, Gina and Jeff. And I just love Anna too. She's always so friendly, and I appreciate all that friendliness. Okay, I'm going to let the East Coast, it's getting late. It's 10:20 for you guys. So everyone have a wonderful week. And next Monday, I'll be doing my shot live because I'm going to do my shot tomorrow. So each time it's just been a 6-day difference. All right. Have a great week. Bye-bye.